All right. What's up, Black family? See, it used to be a time when politicians, especially the Democrats, used to speak especially to black people. But now they just said, fuck y'all niggas. All right, welcome, family. This is my first stream, so take it easy on me. Learn this editing software. But after the what we'll call, I guess, the Democratic debate, I just want to talk to black people for a little bit. And like I said in my intro, the Democrats used to pander to black people, talk to black people, and what they would say, like, well, we have to start worrying about human rights and poor people and the black community and all of these things. But what we're seeing now is a whole different atmosphere. And for us that pay attention to politics and we follow politics and we really worry about the shit that matters, that watched the debate last night, you noticed something that was real funny. And that thing is they wasn't talking about black people. Not even the smallest sense. Like they would say a lot of LGBT minorities, um, and touch here and there, but speaking around us. And it used to be a time when the politicians would say they were pander to us. Like they, even if they didn't address black people directly, they would talk in code to where we'd think that they was talking to us. But not no more. And we seen that last for the last two nights. It's only one person that mentioned anything about black people, and that's Marianne Williamson. And I gotta give her credit. But for the rest of them, none of them did it. And for those that pay attention to politics and don't have short term memory, this cycle right here is changing. They didn't change. They just didn't basically said they didn't win. They did took off the gloves. They went from pandering to black people and telling us what we want to hear to they not saying shit to us at all. And that's no good. They basically said, fuck y'all niggas. Cause if we remember the 2016 Trump and Hillary, at least they was pandering to black women. You know, they been to gave up on black men when it came to politics. Like they act like we're not black men are not even relevant. Like they didn't stepped us aside and threw us away and boxed us up and basically went after black women, especially the last cycle, because we seen a lot of it in the sister girl and the black women's vote and black women voters. Because what and I don't want to say this and sound sexist, and don't get it twisted. I'm just a nigga with a microphone and a computer. But when it comes to men and women, men are more rational, less emotions. Women function on a emotional thing, so you can pander to a woman's emotions. So with the 2016 with that presidential run, they was pandering to black women with women women take the lead and black women voters, and even articles that black women are doing more successful, and so if they knew that they couldn't get the black man's vote, because black men, we're, even though the state of condition that we're in, as in a group of men within a nation, as in, but which where we're at, we're not there on our own. But where we if we have a more of a logical outlook on things, and we can see bullshit when we see it, but not women. That's the reason why the churches fill up with women, and churches feed off of women's emotions, because they know that women are more emotional. Like, they know this. They know that women emotions run high, and they can pander to a woman, and basically jump in their pocketbook. They can't technically do that to black men. But this presidential run, they just, the Democrats and Republicans, we know where they stand. Like, they mask off races. Democrats have been pandering to black people since the civil rights movement. Like, they are pro black and everything. But this cycle, they just then took the damn gloves off. They just said, fuck y'all niggas. They just said, fuck y'all niggas. We not even gonna talk to y'all. We speaking to the immigrants. We speaking about DACA. We speaking about LGBT. Like, they acting like the gay community is a lot of people, like me, is a high population, when that's far from the truth. But just to avoid black people, they talk about everything else. They don't mind giving out handouts to nobody. Instead of getting it to black people, they willing to. The border has been an issue for a long time. We've been talking about immigration, people jumping the wall too. Well, basically, they like, just like, fuck it, we opening the borders without saying we opening the borders. I mean, you giving driver's license to illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants. You giving that to them. You giving health care. And for people that illegally came here, it's one thing if you came here and you came here lawfully. But the Democrats, they so on the anti-black spree that they just like, they just doing Hail Marys out in this bitch. They basically like, we giving up the vote for, I mean, we giving out benefits for everybody. And the climate has changed a little bit for one reason, and one particular reason only. And that's because black people are asking for reparations. We asking for reparations. And and if most of y'all haven't heard, and if a lot of y'all have seen it, the hashtag ADOS. You get, like, if you watch mainstream media, Joy Reid and all of these other news personalities, they talk about their Russian bots, and all of this foolishness. It's basically redirecting the attention. But ADOS is a real thing. This is a real grassroots movement. These are real black people, and it ain't no celebrities. We ain't got, it ain't Puff Daddy, Jay-Z sponsoring. These are black people that are grassroots, that's living in the hood, that's working 2 or 3 jobs, and these are real people. I consider myself ADOS. And if you're not familiar with ADOS, ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slaves. And what American Descendants of Slaves is doing is they're putting a fence. And it started by Antonio Moore. Let me give credit to them. Sandy Dirty, Antonio Moore, and Yvette Carnell. And if you're not familiar with them, you can find them on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and everything. And they usually post videos and do live streams 2 or 3 times a week. But they put a fence around lineage of, as in black people. And when I say lineage, is because for black people, especially here us in America, the American Negro, we always been open arms to anybody. And it's been since with the Indians, which sold us into slavery, with the black immigrants when after civil rights, once they start coming here, we opened up the borders for everybody, but everybody has not been showing back the same love. And we've been having a lot of people that are first generation immigrants, second generation immigrants that's been taking the identity of black African American for the benefits, because through affirmative action, civil rights and everything, it was benefits. You can go to college, you got scholarships, even white women piggybacked off of the affirmative action. But a lot of these groups of black immigrants, and who else? Black immigrants, the Hispanics. A lot of them haven't been showing the same love that we have been giving us. A lot of them just been coming here undermining us. And Barack Obama is an immigrant. He has a Kenyan father and he had a Jewish mother. So he doesn't have the same passion that foundational black people have about this country and about this land and our lineage. But with the ADOS, American Descendants of Slave, they putting a fence around it. Like they tracing it back to lineage. Like we are the foundational black people. We are just as American as your white American. And let's be honest, a lot of these white people that's running around getting these benefits and that's eating in this country, some of them are second generation immigrants, third generation immigrants. Black people, especially if you a black person and your parents been, and you got a grandmother that dates back to 1920 she was born, or 1930, 1940, the 1800, like you are foundational black American. Because we have to think about when immigration really took a toll. Like you might have got some Caribbeans or some Jamaicans that smuggled their way into the country before then, but most of us been here, and our lineage traces back to slavery. And for people that has been here for this long and hasn't acquired nothing, and we seeing immigrants come here and getting everything, and the system is rigged for us to fail, and we haven't figured this out because there's been we've been misidentified, declassified, and we haven't been taught, we haven't learned what's really been going on. And that's one thing that we've been lacking because we haven't been paying attention. But now they have put a fence around it and making it exclusive, because there's a lot of people that been undermining us for a very long time. Radio personalities, like Roland Martin, Joy Reid, and it's a handful of them that's actually been undermining black people. Like every time we try to have something, we always get these talking heads that are on mainstream media, because mainstream media been leading the narrative for a long time until now, because people are turning away from it, because it ain't got nothing to do with just reparations or whatever. It's a lot of things. People are realizing the lie that's being pandered and propaganda to people, so people are turning away from these outlets. But these talking heads throughout before now have been like, when we talk about certain things, you be like, well, black people don't even reparations pop up here and there, and you get there's sound bites of Roland Martin saying, well, black people don't need money because they don't know what to do with it. They ain't never said that to the Indians. They ain't never said that to the Jewish. And it don't matter what the fuck we do with the money. We can fill the hood up with Cadillacs if we want to. If we get the money, that's our business. But these people have been there to redirect the attention and take off the focus until now. And what we seen for the last two nights in the Democratic debate is they ignoring us. Because it was fine and dandy to talk to black people when we didn't have an agenda, we didn't have a mission, and we didn't have wants. But now we have a movement and we have people that are pushing forward with reparations, which is owed to us. Because it ain't just slavery, it's the things after slavery that we done been through. We done fought in every war. We didn't help win every war. We built this country. All they act like is a nigga was picking cotton. So you got free labor and all you used these niggas for was to pick cotton. That's a lie. We built the White House. We built Master's house. We did it all. White people just sat on the porch. So for a group of people that has built one of the strongest nations in America, why are we doing so bad? Why are we doing so bad? Because there has been every attempt possible to strip us of wealth. Every attempt that they could do has been done to stop us from acquiring wealth. From Jim Crow, redlining, gerrymandering, like everything, they have always stood in our way. And we never noticed it until now. We are figuring this thing out and we're understanding what has been going on. And people don't like it. And people, they not liking it. And the gloves just came off and they showing their true self because now that we specific and we like, hey, we need reparations. We need reparations. We need specific black agenda. And reparations just ain't a check. It's a check. Because it's the reason why it got to be a check. Why was we slaves? Why did they need us for slavery? What did slavery help them benefit? How did it help America benefit? It was for money. So you destroy, you kidnap, you rape, you beat a nation of people. You did ungodly things to people for money. So how do you fix that problem? You fix it with the same thing for the reason why you done it. There's no way around it. One of the strongest and greatest countries in the world was built on the back of slaves. And then that same people have been robbed of their right to be a citizen after you say that they are free. You robbed them of the right to be American. And there's gonna be some black people in here to be like, I don't know what he talk about. I got money. About nigga. You might think that you're okay. You might think that you got some money. When there's people, I'm gonna pull up something right now. Hold on. And bear with me, like I said, I'm new to this. This is my first live stream, so it's growing pains. Hold on, let me pull this up. And I'm gonna go to ADOS.com. Hold on. And we're gonna do this damn thing. Cause I do the I talk for most people that's on my Facebook and Instagram. Y'all know I talking shit, but I sometimes look at this chart, and I don't know if y'all can actually see my mouse on here. I might get it disabled, but if you look at that, we got the key, the legend, black. Look at that line. This is Forbes. Look at white wealth. And Trump's tax plan is doing white people a great deal. And Bernie's it's one of who had the Bernie's college tuition. Because one thing about that is Bernie's college tuition is universal. So it's not no limit to who is acceptable and who can take this get their student loans paid off. So you taking people that are coming from millionaire families that are 160, 200,000 in debt for being doctors, but they already rich, and you just get rid of their college debt. How does that close a racial wealth gap? Excuse me. And so we looking at black people. Note that we built this country and we've been here since day one. From 83's $6,000, damn near $7,000. 2010 we was worth 10,000. This is median household wealth by race. By the year 2024, they expecting us to be $1,000, $633. And for you Negroes that I talking about, I don't know what he talking about, I'm doing good. You might be doing all right, but are you doing white good? Are you doing white good though? You might got a little money, whatever, but are you doing white good? Because black good and white good, and I wish that they had, let me see if they have this chart on here. They don't have it. I have to find it. Yes, but the average what we call rich and black civilization is you worth about 300,000, and that's hard cash. That's rich in black world. These white people. Obama created more millionaires than anything during his presidency at 8 years. Like he neglected black people 100%. He made white people balling. But black people, we think that we are right, but even if you are doing okay as a black person, we have to be honest. What about the rest of us? Because you cannot think that just because you're doing right, because even as a black person, if you're successful, what are you passing off to your kids? And this is the reason why we can't be selfish on certain things, especially as black people. If you rich or poor, you cannot be selfish, because whatever you have acquired as an individual, you're a unicorn if you got some money. But what are you leaving what are you leaving for your descendants, your children, your grandchildren? Are you leaving them wealth? Are you leaving them something worth having? Because you might just hit a lick. You might have came up with a invention, opened up a business, but is that gonna work for your kids? Because white people is coming up with shit that is working for their kids and their descendants. We ain't got that luxury, but we still thinking it's a game. We don't have that luxury. But as a whole, we starving out here. I think Antonio them said in LA, the average black family is worth $200 liquid. In Baltimore, it's like $8. And we know a lot of black people that are doing good, and a lot of us ain't doing that good, but we fronting for the gram. We fronting for Facebook. Living check to check, and even if you got a couple $1,000, a little mishap, a root canal could throw your whole budget off. We out here thinking that cause we looking at TVs and celebrities, we thinking that we out here living the life and we all making it cause Jay-Z's a billionaire with no tangible assets. We thinking that we all good when that's not the truth. A lot of us is lying. Then a lot of us that's doing okay, we don't want really. We've been telling this lie that we all right, we doing good to our family and our friends, that we don't want to be honest and say, hey, shit, I ain't doing that good. I need that reparations too. Cause this reparations is in $14 trillion, and I post this shit daily. Anybody that knows me, I'm on my campaign. I stay on my campaign because I do it for the people. I ain't selfish about it. I do it for the kids. I do it for the kids. I talk about this because this shit matters, because whatever dreams and goals and aspirations I have, it don't matter if the rest of us ain't doing good. It don't even matter. It don't matter. Because I could do good myself, but then what am I leaving to my kid? And any black person, like Tony the Vet always say, if any black person don't is down and out about the way that they live in the way, it ain't your fault. Your problem was created purposely through you being neglected business loans, home ownership. It was all created purposely. You not being able to move up in the job. But let's get, I got off a try, I digress. So let's get back to it. The presidential debate. Why does it matter? Because they have had a whole debate for 2 days and only one person has spoke up about the situation, the current state of Black America, and her name is Marianne Williamson. And then when she spoke on it, we had Kamala Harris, which most black people, black women are caping for. Oh, Kamala Harris, she's a black woman. That woman ain't black. And I'm gonna show you. Cause this is the reason why I'm doing this now. Because I talk this shit, I post this shit, but ain't nobody. It's hard to do it when I can't make you focus. So it's one thing of me posting it, talking about it, but when I bring it in and show you the shit, it's gonna make sense. Kamala Harris is not black. Her daddy's Jamaican, her mama's like West Indian or something like that. She looks black. If you didn't nobody tell you, you would think she was African American, like she's an ADOS, like her lineage come from slavery. But she don't have that same love and desire that we do, because she is an immigrant. And this is why ADOS is very important, because they are pointing out the difference between the immigrants and us, because the immigrants have been staying in our way. So let's get to this real quick. I want to show us a little clip. It's through the whole 2 days debate. This is the only person that said something specifically for black people, and the hot topic of what we're talking about now, which is reparations. She's the only one that spoke up about it. And then this is what we had Kamala Harris do. Watch. Hold on. Like I said, bear with me. I'm new to this. And I'm true to this. Just a little humor. Hold on. Hold on, having a little technical difficulties. Gotta figure this shit out. It'll tighten up. Okay, there we go. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I can't tell if the audio was there. Matter of fact, I got a better idea. I'm gonna feed it through my mic. Hold on, one more time. I want y'all to hear what this woman said and the way that Kamala Harris came in and stopped this woman's moment of speaking for us.
And the Democratic Party should be on the side of reparations for slavery for this very reason. I do not believe that the average American is a racist, but the average American is woefully undereducated about the history of race in the United States.
Ms. Williamson, thank you very much.
Vice President Biden, we're going to get to you. Hang on, we're going to get
off stage. I would like to speak on the issue of race.
Senator Harris.
And so what I will say is that I agree.
We'll give you 30 seconds, since we're going to come back to you on this again in just a moment. Go for 30 seconds.
Okay. So, on the issue of race, I couldn't agree more that this is an issue that is still not being talked about truthfully and honestly. And that
All right. So y'all seen that. So this is what we're dealing with. Like, and the woman talked about reparations, because reparations is a hot topic right now. We all own this. We all talking about this reparations. And that woman talked about reparations. Instead of doing what was right, if she supposed to be a black woman, she supposed to be sister girl, and she supposed to be for us, she supposed to be the voice. Why didn't she be like, and she's right, and this is an issue, and this, why didn't she do this? She redirected it because that's not in her best interest. She's not one of us. And then she went to took that and went and attacked Joe Biden about his racism, his crime. What was it? The segregation, the busing thing. She went and attacked Joe. She took that moment when this woman was addressing Black America's issue and used it as an opportunity to go with Joe Biden. We all know Joe Biden's racist. ADOS has been airing that shit out. But for you to take it, and then she piggybacked off of the black struggle and talked about, well, when you was talking about busing issues and this and that, or I was a little kid and a segregated, you from California. You from California, and Tyreek, this nigga's the king of receipts. Hold on, let me pull this shit up. This nigga's Tariq Nasheed. If y'all not following him, follow him, because he be on it. But this nigga's the king of receipts. Hold on. Let me go to his next page. Oh shit. Like I said, bear with me. I'm just a nigga with a mic and a computer. Alright, let's get to this. What is this video? I don't know what that is. But she used the moment to piggyback. Alright. Kamala Harris becomes first Indian American U.S. Senator. But she's sister girl. See, a lot of these immigrants is only piggybacking off of black struggle when it's beneficial. Kamala Harris, first Indian American senator in U.S., and this is what, 2018. But now that she wants the black vote, she wants to pander to black vote, not 100% have the black vote. She's black. Well, she never be specific, but she acts like, you know, because that's how they've been doing is the black immigrants. They Jamaican when it's beneficial. They Haitian when it's beneficial. And then, all right, okay, yeah, there was a little girl in California who was bused to school. That little girl was me. Kamala thinks using the whole bus to school narrative is going to resonate with ADOS black Americans, but the reality is Kamala came from two immigrant cultures that both harbor anti-black American hostilities, and we have seen the results of the upbringing of her policies, which is true. You Jamaican, which has their little feelings about black people, and you Indian, the West Indian or East Indian, whatever, you know what I mean. She's one of those, but he had another. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Like I said, this is the reason why I'm doing it, because it's different when I bring it to you with visual for the people that pay attention to my. Well, I don't know where it might have been somebody else. Let me see. Let's go to Tony Moore's. And Tariq Nasheed is a good one. Tone Talks. If you on, and you can find this man on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. But he be hitting them with the raw. These is the people that are head of the reparations movement. And Tone Talks was a prosecuting the DA in LA or something, went to UCLA, and Yvette Carnell is also a good one. She's one of the leaders of ADOS, and she went to Howard, I believe. She even worked for the Democratic Party at one time. So these is not just like the mainstream media is trying to call this ADOS movement bots when that's not what it is. And this is a tweet that from Marianne Williamson that was taken down for some reason, and y'all can run over that real quick. She said, someone mentions reparation, 1. 2, someone interrupts to say how tough it was for them growing up at the effect of racism. 3, not enough people realize her was touching, but just a diversion from real talk about race today: mass incarceration, police shooting, and poverty. Cause she stole the light to go after Joe Biden when we need to hear something. Y'all spent a day in two debates neglecting black people, and then the one person that brings up start talking about black people, you gonna shift the conversation. Cause this woman right here, sister girl, might look like skin folk, but she not kin folk. This woman, if you look up her background in San Francisco, I think it was, she was locking up more black mothers for truancy, things out of hand, women that was homeless, trying to still make sure that women that was homeless still trying to make sure that they kids could make it to school. And if you homeless, last thing you worry about is school. You barely got a roof over your head. Kamala Harris don't get that, cause she didn't grow up black. She didn't grow up like we did. And we gotta start understanding that a lot of these people, they looking like us, they acting like they like us, but they not really like us. They not cut from the same cloth. They here to undermine us. And so we watched the presidential debate. They focused on LGBT. They focused on LGBT. They focused on immigration, DACA. Because to these Democrats, then to give black people what is owed and to pay us what is due for the free labor that our ancestors done and the things that we've been through to this day. We still get shot down in the middle of the street. We still getting shot down in the middle of the street to this day. We still going to court and getting extra long prison sentences for $100 worth of drugs just so they can fill up the prisons. But they don't think that we owed anything. They act like we don't know what we talk about when we say reparations. The whole justice system was built around us. We are infused in the DNA of America through the Constitution, through its laws and everything. Laws was written around us. Laws was written around us to stop us from accessing wealth and getting what is owed to us. Laws was. But then the Democrats, because we asked them to make us whole, they won't put us on the back burner. They'd rather open up the door for immigrations, give them everything, give them the boots and the bootstraps to succeed in this country and to be made whole than to fix the problem that's with black people that they created. Because the nature of what you see in black people, for my ignorant people, white people, some black people, what you see in of black people today is not our nature. Because we have to ask the question, who made the nigga? This is not our nature. We not hoes and pimps and thugs. All of this was propagandized to us ever since the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Because we had rap groups like not NWA, Public Enemy, and all of these people that was coming out with political and uplifting music. But we have to question the industry that cashes, that signs the check. That signs the check. That tells us that we only want your music if you talking about popping pussy, or selling dope, or killing your own people. So what you see in the black people it was socially engineered. And it was created purposely. Our neighborhoods was created purposely. Though it's not what you seeing is not what we are. When you redlining people and putting people in neighborhoods and boxing them out and making them a contagion to wealth, because you won't give them home loans, and you won't let them have businesses. They go into the bank and trying to get loans, and you turn them down just because the color of their skin. When you put them in neighborhoods, you taking all the business away from them and leaving them with corner stores which are ran by immigrants that ain't doing nothing but feeding us healthy food, daily food, quarter cakes. They know that these immigrants, these Arabian stores and shit is going and buying quarter cake, Little Debbie cakes, and taking them out of package and sell it to the little ones, not even the big ones, not even the 50-cent ones, the little ones, and selling it to us for 25 cents. They selling us loose cigarettes. They selling us hot sausages. They selling us all of this bullshit, letting us run up IOU tabs because they in the family. For the longest, we thought these people was family, but they've been leeches the whole time. But for the people that you have done all this to, instead of help correcting us, because you got to think black people's contribution in this country has just been more than just building this country. Every essence of America is under black people. Every essence of it. Every essence of America is done under black people. George Washington made the first car. Thomas Edison didn't make the first light bulb. He stole the patent. He stole the idea. He got the credit for it, but he wasn't responsible for it. Let's talk about music. Bluegrass. Sorry, white people. That was a black thing. Rock and roll. Sorry, white people, that was a black thing. Basketball, y'all ain't never seen a nigga take out from the free throw line like y'all seen Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain. Football, Bo Jackson, like everything, the dances, y'all wouldn't know how to dance if it wasn't for us. So our contribution in this country and in the whole world is greater than anybody. But you would rather take the people that has done everything, and all we saying is make us whole. Let us be citizens. Let us be free. They'll rather take some Johnny come latelys and just give them the boots and the bootstraps. Ah, that's so godly. That is so godly. But I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. But we have to think about this. We have to think about this. In America, not just black people, America. We have to think about this. What has been done to us? What is being done to us? Our leaders mislead us, country mistreat us. Tell me, what do we do to deserve this? Brothers is lost, sisters is lost. Tell me, how do we get out these curses? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. I don't love that house, don't love that car, don't even love that ice. I'm due a Dollar Tree, nigga, I'm an Israelite. Wake up. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. They know what they doing, they know what they did, they know who we are, they know who we is. They passed us off for some cop picking slaves, lying straight to our fucking face. Our kids go to school and they teaching that bullshit that we was in Africa living like bushmen, knowing damn well that God chose us. That's the part they're not telling us. They had it from a nigga, so they put it in a book. So guess what I did? I went and read the books. The more I read, the more I realized the Bible's our history book. They started off calling us Hebrews, then they wanna call us Negroes. Don't call me black no more, cause bitch, I'm an Israelite. Our leaders mislead us, country mistreat us. Tell me, what do we do to deserve this? Brothers is lost, sisters is lost. Tell me, how do we get out these curses? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. I don't love that house, don't love that car, don't even love that ice. I'm due a Dollar Tree, nigga, I'm an Israelite. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. They tell us about slavery, how our greatness just to try to keep us in line. They hang us from trees and show us pictures just as a friendly reminder. We take a knee while protesting and they say we out of line. While cops is killing us at traffic stops on Facebook Live. The answer for racism is so easy. Just treat us how y'all wanna be treated. We God's people. When y'all put us on them slave ships, hope y'all know y'all was testing God. Then y'all try to cover up your tracks and lie about who we are. Our leaders mislead us, country mistreat us. Tell me, what do we do to deserve? Brothers is lost, sisters is lost. Tell me, how do we get out these curses? When we gonna wake up? Gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. I don't love that house, don't love that car, don't even love that ice. I'm due a Dollar Tree, nigga, I'm an Israelite. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Nigga, I done woke up. All right, I'm back. So let's get into this thing again. So when I left off, I was talking about immigrants. And this is the reason why we have to be careful as black people when it comes to this immigrant thing. Because the Democrats, instead of dealing with black people and fixing black issues, the Democrats have decided to just replace us because they're like, well, it'll cost too much. Even though we owe them money, we owe them this money, it will cost way too much to fix their problems. So we'll just replace them. We'll just get some people in the country and just give them a little push and put them on top. And just give them the boots and the bootstraps. Because Lord knows we can't do it for black people. Oh no. What did Kamala Harris say when they asked her was she gonna how she felt about black people? Do something specifically for black people. Oh no. I'm not gonna do nothing specifically for black people. But we have throughout time, we have been helping. We, like I said, a lot of these people are only here because of us. We opened up the floodgates for them. We the ones that marched on Washington and did civil rights and all of that for these people to get here. Got hosed down, attacked by dogs, beat up, little from little girls and little boys to the oldest of the old. We put in that work. And we look at it now, what have these immigrants done for us? A lot of them, all they doing is undermining black people. They undermining black people. The Asians, the Hispanics, all of them undermining black people. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We seeing all of these videos of Asian men beating up on black women. White men beating up on white people. Well, they immigrants too. Let's be honest. Because a lot of them ain't been here. They lineage don't go back to the founding of America. All of them are undermining black people. They say it now, man. If you can look on the internet on YouTube, and it's a what you call it? It's a video that's out there where they going through LA and like major cities and like Skid Row full of black people, predominantly men. LA was one of the highest concentration of black people. Now you got a lot of black people that are getting, if you like them Hispanic groups, they pushing black people out of the neighborhoods. They coming in. And this ain't no hate speeches. Let's just be honest, black people. They coming in, they start businesses and shit or whatever they doing. Even if they not starting businesses, like let's just say Rico get a job as the manager, and as soon as a black person, he's able to fire a black person, he's coming in with bringing his cousin, bringing his mama, bringing everybody else. And then that leaves no room for black people to thrive. And LA's a tough city within itself for anybody to live in. But when you got people that's supposed to be, like they've been saying, brown and black and brown correlation, this is a one-way street. And the same thing going on with the black immigrants from Africa. We that opened up America to the Nigerians, the Kenyans, the Congolese, and whatever, and we ain't got no open borders from them. They not saying, hey man, y'all can since y'all letting us come over here and undermine y'all and take all y'all opportunity and take y'all scholarships. How about we open up our border and y'all, if some of y'all want to come over here to Africa, we'll let you come. Now they not doing that. They not doing that. And this is where we're gonna have to wake up. And there's no time for playing, there's no time for games. We can't be bullshitting and thinking tomorrow's promise and just lollygagging and shit. We have to take action now. Like if your time is, if you wait at the Democrats, like, and if you think I'm bullshitting, go watch the debate from the last 2 nights. If you spend the time watching Love and Hip Hop, watching any of that other bullshit that don't matter, if you got time for any of that, you got time to pay attention to some shit that's real. Because we don't have the luxury, like white people can lollygag and worry about and live in la la land and don't want to face the realities of the world because they winning. They have the luxury of winning. They don't have to pay attention to politics because they know it's enough of them that's paying attention that they gonna be straight. They don't have to worry about if give reparations because if they in the right circle and they fall, they got some people, they got some money that can help them get back on their feet. We don't have that luxury, but we acting like we do. We'll pay attention to all of the gossip, celebrity gossip. We'll pay attention to all of the sports. We'll pay attention to all the shit that matters, but we can't take the time to refocus our attention, at least for the next 4 years. Because this president, like, because this movement of fixing what's going on, this is going to take a refocus of attention. A refocus of attention. And it ain't just a 2-month thing, 3-month thing, a year thing, 2 years. We got to do this, period. Because this is the reason why we here now. And yes, I'm about to get on these old niggas. But this is the reason why we here now. Because since civil rights, we got little trinkets. We was able to go to the restaurant, use the water fountain, and do a little of this and do a little of that, and we thought that we just had made it, so we just got off the ball. We got off the ball. We thought we was just comfortable. So we stopped paying attention to politicians. We stopped worried about keeping up with our mayor, our governor, and our district leaders. And now we here. And part of it is because he's old niggas. And we talking James Claiborne, Al Sharpton, John Lewis. I shed blood on Selma. This nigga for since the 60s been talking about how he got beat up. This nigga been taking pride in getting beat up. This nigga every year doing speeches on Martin Luther King's birthday about getting beat up. Because what happened was when they was able to get a seat in the Senate, get a seat next to them, they put down the fight. And even when it was time to fight throughout time with the crime bill and all of this shit, they didn't want to fight because they was like, well, shit, I'm able to sit next to Missy here. I'm able to get some butter biscuits. They invite me to these parties. I can throw fish fries. I'm James Claiborne, and white people show up. I don't want to mess this up by defending no black people. So this is the reason why we here. So we here because we stopped paying attention to politics. We stopped focusing on the shit that matters. We let them redirect our attention to think that we got to be entertained. Entertaining is a luxury for the people that are winning. Let me say this again. Entertainment is a luxury for the people that are winning. White people are winning in society. They have everything. They have all the wealth. They have the luxury of entertainment. White people get all the money. They're able to go on trips and have the right because them spending so much on their trip has nothing to do with their light bill being cut off. We don't have that luxury, but we've been acting like we do. We planning trips when we decide between if the rent gonna be paid, the light bill. We going back and forth between going on trips and how much should we got $500-$600 to spend because we still got rent when we get back. We live in American dream without the dream. Well, we live in the American dream without the American reality. But we still thinking, we like to lie to ourselves to think that we in that reality. And still falling for the same trick bags. So we didn't get here overnight. And we know what led us to this point of why we so fucked up and why we don't have no policies that's benefiting us and why we poor. So if we know that we haven't been for the last 50 years, well, I'm not going to say 50, 40, 30 years, we haven't been paying attention to politics, what is it going to take to fix it? We're going to have to buckle down and start paying attention to politics. We're going to have to stop taking our kids and raising them to be athletes, to go on a plantation again, so they can go out there and play football, basketball. And when it's time to stand up for black people, they can't do it because they don't want to mess up that money they get from massa. And raising politicians and leaders like we used to do, and focus on the shit that matters until we fix this problem. Because there is a problem. And if you do not think that black people, and even for those that are doing okay, if you think there isn't a problem, let me paint a picture to you. In this America, it don't matter how high you get. Look at Cuba Gooding Jr. Look at Oprah. Look at Steve Harvey. Bill Cosby. It don't matter until we lift everybody that looks like us up. We are in danger in America. Because there's no safety net. Bill Cosby went down like that because he didn't surround himself. He didn't look at the benefit of the interest of helping the collective. We have a problem. So we have to fix this problem. And like I said, you can look at the presidential debate. When they have a debate, just like I said last year, they was pandering to black people. To black women. They not even doing that no more. They not even talking to black women no more. They said, fuck them niggas. They didn't put LGBT and immigrants ahead of the people that had built this country. And gonna give them gay marriage, married couples is gonna get kickbacks of reparation style. That's some shit gave black people, made us tax exempt so we could get up off our feet and get up and get our own. They could have opened up the gates for us like that, but they gonna give a tax break to gay marriages because that's their reparations for going through so much. Let's be honest. And then the whole thing about it is they using the gay thing against black men, especially the transgender shit. Said black men are homophobic and black people are homophobic and all the trans women and all the gay people that's coming up there is because of black men. No. Black people, we have never had a problem with gay people. Every black person that has been raised as a black person in the hood, and your family is big as the Wu-Tang Clan and the Tribe Called Quest together, has had black people, gay black people in your family. And for all my gay black people that have been raised around real black people, have they ever made you feel some type of way or neglected you? We might not always approve of it, especially about in the 80s and 90s. We might not have approved of like to a certain degree, but was the love not there? We wasn't running around beating up gay people or transgender. We don't. That's not us. That's white people. But we have been the ones that take the fall for everything, like Me Too. Somehow Me Too was supposed to be for rich white men that's doing crazy shit, which they've been doing since the beginning of time, has become an attack on black men and toxic masculinity. And I'm gonna save that for another time. Like I said, it's my first stream, so I'm already going long. It's like an hour and 5 minutes. I'm just venting and ranting. Like I said, I'm just a nigga with a computer and a mic. And a mic. But we have a problem. And they doing everything that they can to undermine us and to shorthand us off of what is deserved. And the only way to fix this problem, the only reason why we're here, because we have been neglecting politics. When politics is the reason why we're free now, well, we're so-called free, is the reason why we have what we think we have now. That's the only reason why we are here now, because of politics. You wouldn't be able to go into a restaurant and it say colored only. Whites only. You wouldn't be able to ride the front of the bus or do whatever you want, ride a plane or whatever, if it wasn't for politics. So if politics has got us this far, what made us think that we could put politics down and ignore it? That's what got us here. But these old niggas, them old niggas that we call leaders, sold us short so they can live good, so they can sit next to Master, and so they can do what they do. They sold us short. And now we're living that reality. We stuck in this rut. We stuck in this rut because of them old niggas. But this ADOS thing, this reparations movement, is bringing all that to light. It's bringing it all. And if, like I said, if you're not familiar, here I'm putting up the website right now. This is ADOS. You go through here, it shows you the numbers. There's one thing when motherfuckers just talk about this is the state of black people, and black people this and black people that, but they're not showing you the numbers. They're not showing you the reality. They are breaking it down, and they giving you the sources just in case you think that they lying. You can go fact check this shit. This is our reality. Median household net worth by race, education. College, white, 455,000. Black people, 141,000. Well, post-college, college, 268, white, 70. Some college, 135, 18,000. These are the numbers. And then they getting this from the Federal Reserve, because Sandy Dirty is one of the lead economists in the country. Like I said, Antonio Moore, Vette Carnell, both of them are legitimate people. This reparations movement is for real. We gotta hold their feet to the fight, because this is what we neglect now, our kids is gonna have to pay for. And this is another thing I want to touch on. A lot of black people, we're caught up off of, we're stuck in this reality of how we was raised, what life was when we was being raised, when we was younger. And so we grew up, a lot of our grandparents and some of y'all's parents was baby boomers. So baby boomers had a different reality than us. They had a different reality. They had a little bit more. They had some handouts that came with a lot, like GI Bill and what was the New Deal or something. But they had a different reality. They opened up the market to them. So what we thinking, we still living in the shadows of the baby boomers, and we thinking that could be our reality. And then and a lot of times the baby boomers is telling us why we lazy, or we can't. But they not telling the truth about the handouts. I mean, to the how the market was open for them to be able to do what they got, get what they got now. Like they was giving out government jobs because it really wasn't no immigrant issue or nothing like that. But now America's opening up the gates for immigrants from all over the world, and the jobs that could be black people's, they giving it to the immigrants. And they'd rather give it to the immigrants than to give it to us and help us be whole. And the thing about the reason why Democrats are solely responsible for the reparations is because we've been voting for them since the 60s. They've been pandering to us since the 60s. And we never really had a specific thing like reparations that we was asking of them and telling them to give us. We never had nothing that we be like, hey, can we get this? Can we get that? We need this. We hurting out here until now. Because we got people that are showing us what is going on. But now they so strung up, they like, nah, we ain't give y'all niggas shit. Fuck y'all niggas. That's basically what they doing. But this is the time that we need to get on the ball, because America is a train that has been loaded and is leaving. And America is a train that's been loaded, people have got on it and is leaving. And they don't have no place for black people in the future of it. And we have to understand that, realize that, and move accordingly and come up. YouTube keep on playing with my stream and keep on going in and out. But America is a train that is leaving. That has no place for us to even be on it, expecting for us to be in the future, unless we pay attention to the future. Because they would rather give immigrants free shit than to help black people. They'll rather put immigrant needs ahead of black people. They'd rather put gay needs ahead of black people when they gotta stand in line. We been here first. We been here. We been here more than the white people that are calling themselves American. A lot of them was Irish and other shit that came here as immigrants. Now they just hijacked everything. It's just said, we are the face. We are this. We are that. We gotta wake up. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Till next time, till next topic. Love y'all black people. I'm gonna keep on, like I said, it's my first stream. If it was kind of rough, it looked like my internet was going back and forth. I'm gonna have to probably take some of my devices off of land or something. YouTube might just be player hating. I ain't big or nothing. I ain't got no followers or nothing, but you never know. They might hear black in America and certain trigger words. You know, they got algorithms and shit, and they might be like, we gotta shut this nigga down. He might catch some steam. People might start listening. You never know. I might be tooting my own horn, but until next time.